Hey everyone, so for this assignment, I chose to cover the documentary on Hulu known as Perfect Wife, The Mysterious Disappearance of Sherri Papini. My main reasoning for choosing this documentary was the fact that it was in the true crime genre, and I've always been a fan of true crime, Snapped, Disappeared, all those shows. So when I saw the trailer for this documentary, I was immediately hooked and decided I was gonna use this one for my documentary analysis. To kind of give a quick background on what the documentary was about, it covered the disappearance of a woman named Sherri Papini. It covered the investigation that followed, the aftermath, who really did it, the suspects, and how everyone was feeling at the time. The public, her family, especially her family. It also really goes into how her husband, Keith, was feeling at the time. And he's interviewed a lot throughout the documentary. So. I feel one of the elements that this documentary uses best is pathos, which is the emotional appeal. Throughout the documentary, they're interviewing family members such as her sister and her husband. They also interview her best friend. And I feel you can really see how emotional they were, and you can picture how they must have felt at the time of Sherry's disappearance. And I feel like that's really important element that they included because it's basically the whole documentary, it covers everything. Um, I think out of all the interviews, the most important one was Keith because he was there throughout the whole documentary. So you kind of get his how he felt in the beginning when she disappeared. You get how he felt when Sherry was found. Um, and then you especially get his reaction when the truth is revealed that Sherry was responsible for her own disappearance, and she kind of like created the whole thing. So I feel like his interviews are really important in those aspects. Another really important element used is the use of ethos, which is the ethical appeal. I feel like they really go deep into the background and personal history of Sherry and her husband. Goes into the problems they were having in the relationship, which uh, may have led to why Sherry made this whole thing, this whole disappearance thing. It also goes into her mental state, because she was harming herself, and I feel like it's really important information to know because once the truth is revealed that she did everything to herself, with the help of her ex, I feel like all that previous information ties together with the ending, which gives the viewer, which basically answers all the viewers' questions. It leaves no question unanswered, covers everything. So I feel like that's why the use of ethos was really a major element in the documentary. In conclusion, I feel the documentary Perfect Wife uh covered the elements of ethos and pathos perfectly, and tied it together with the investigation, the aftermath, and just overall how everyone was feeling at the time. So yeah.